All right, guys, Traversal ENT in the building, guys. Welcome back. Guys, I want to talk about this fight. This Terrence Bud Crawford versus Manny Pacquiao, right? Now, these are big names in the fight scene, right? Big names in the fight game. So let's talk about this fight, right? Because I got a lot to say, especially on the Crawford front, right? So let me do that. Real quick water break, guys. All right, then. So, Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, big fight. Would I watch it? Of course I'd watch it. Right? But I'll say this. If you are a Terrence Crawford fan, you're not going to like what I'm about to say next. Because I'm about to go in on Terrence Crawford. I'm gonna go in on him. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, I'm not gonna completely ether him, but I'm gonna go in on the guy, right? So if you don't want to hear that, get out straight away, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, Manny Pacquiao has given me the green light to go in on Terrence Crawford. So I am. Pay attention now, yeah? Right, this guy, Terrence Crawford, will he get props beating Manny Pacquiao, right? Is he going to get props beating Manny Pacquiao? The truth is, and I mean, I say it with a heavy heart, but the truth is he'll get some props for beating Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman last, right? An old Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman, so therefore Crawford beating that old Pacquiao is going to give Crawford props. Again, I say it with a heavy heart because I don't want to commend the man for that act. I don't want to commend him for that. Why? Because I don't want to see guys like Terrence Crawford fight guys like Manny Pacquiao. Crawford should be fighting the best in his division. That's who he should be fighting. He should not be fighting someone like in Manny Pacquiao, who, in my opinion, Pacquiao today should be having exhibition fights to make sure he gets the bag. That's all Pacquiao needs to be doing. I'm not saying Pacquiao's not competitive, he is, and I'm going to talk about how that fight could play out, but first I got ether Terrence Crawford, right? So Crawford, what are you known for? Okay, the guy's a good boxer. I hand it to him. Look, he's one of the best boxers in boxing. When it comes to the sport, the technicalities, Crawford is one of the best at doing it, right? So what else are you known for? You're a great boxer, fine. What else are you known for? What, you was the undisputed, right? He was the undisputed in that lightweight division that he was fighting at. How much props do I give Crawford for the fact that he's undisputed in that division? Guys, I'll be honest with you. Okay, he collected the belts, he unified the belts. That's great. Do I give him excessive props? No, I don't. Look at who he fought to become undisputed. He beat Julius Ndongo. Julius Ndongo had a knockout of a Russian in the first round, but Julius Ndongo has so many flaws as a fighter, it's a joke. He has so many flaws as a fighter, it is a joke. Robert Easter would probably knock out Julius Ndongo. That's who Terrence Crawford beat to capture a title or two. Who else? He beat Victor Postol in a fight that I did not particularly like. I thought it was a stinker of a fight. I don't care what anyone tells me. Victor Postol against Crawford was a nasty fight. I never want to see that fight ever again in my life. I'd rather watch Klitschko Fury 50 times than watch that fight. Did not like that fight at all, right? But he did the job. He captured the belts. He became undisputed. Fine. That's your clap. But let me ask you something. Since then, Crawford, what the hell have you done in the sport? Who the hell have you beat in the sport? The best fighter you've got on your CV is a shot Kell Brook, who was dominating you, or having the best. He was having the best of it, or the better out of you, in whilst he was still going. Right? Shot guy can't take a hit, knocked out after. How much props am I going to give you for defeating Kell Brook? I'm not going to give you any, because that's not the same Kell Brook that fought Sean Porter, is it? You sit back, you take a step back and you think, this guy, who has he actually fought? Who is that world-class guy you've got? And if you don't have that person in your CV, one has to ask, why do you not have him? Like, what did you think he was doing, Terrence Crawford, when you went and signed with Top Rank? Did you think he was doing something trendy? Did you think he was doing something sexy? Did you think, oh, I'm going to do something different here? I'm going to do something, a trend set. I'm going to be the black guy that goes and signs with Bob Arum. And it ain't a black or white thing, but you are a black man, and you went and signed with Bob Arum, right? Bob Arum has a reputation of looking after specific fighters. That's just in terms of reputation. That is a reputation that precedes Bob Arum. So you went and signed with him. What did you think was going to happen? Did you think you was going to get treated like the miracle child because you came in there with belts? Well, guess what? It didn't work out for you like that, did it? So now your career, this is the part where it starts really getting deep for you. Your career is not any better than someone like Adrian Broner. Though you've got more talent than Broner, your career isn't better than his. How shocking is that? He says 2-weight world champion. You say undisputed world champion at 1 weight class. But he has fought elite level competition. Who have you fought that's elite level competition? Who have you thought that's high caliber? Victor Postol, a short Kell Brook, a short done and dusted Gamboa, who was significantly smaller than you in the fight. Opportunities to fight Sean Porter, the fight doesn't happen. I couldn't care less the reasons why. Bottom line is the reason it didn't happen is because you're with Top Rank. That's how I see it. Fight with Sean Porter didn't happen. That's a fight I would love to see Terrence Crawford in. That fight for me will be very telling. You beat Sean Porter, mate, you get all sorts of props from me, Traversal ENT. I'll be the first one giving it to you. But did that fight happen? No. The fight with Errol Spence, I don't even believe that fight will ever happen, guys. Not anytime soon. Maybe when they're all done and dusted, old and grey, they got grey hair, grey everything, they'll make that fight happen then. It's going to be another Mayweather-Pacquiao situation. Now, let me ask you a lot of questions. Terrence Crawford, you have no rights to claim for nothing against someone like an Errol Spence. You are the B side. Spence is always the A side. Let me say that again. You are the B side in pretty much any fight you go into against a top level welterweight. For the simple fact that they are established and you are a baby in the division. Unproven baby in the division. Right? Just because you beat guys like, what's his name? Don't get carried away because you beat, what's that guy's name? Jeff Horn, a guy who beat Pacquiao in a controversial decision, right? Mean Machine dropped you, did he not? I know they didn't call it a knockdown, but everyone in boxing knows it was a knockdown, right? Now, I'm not saying Terrence Crawford ain't good or he can't beat some of these guys that I want to see him with, but the point is he hasn't fought them, has he? The point is his CV is seriously lacking. The point is, what has Terrence Crawford actually done? Who has he beaten? I hear crickets. I hear flies. But I don't hear names. So now you're fighting Manny Pacquiao. You're looking to fight Pacquiao July. An old man. That's the fact. You want to fight an old man. Now, let me tell you something about this old man, this Pac-Man, right? Pacquiao, whilst he still has his stamina, whilst he's still explosive and energetic, is going to be dangerous for you because you're going to have to figure him out. Crawford, you normally have slow starts, normally. Don't get carried away because you fought Amir Khan, a short Amir Khan. You fight slow in the opening rounds. Pacquiao is explosive in the opening rounds. I would not be surprised if Pacquiao drops you in the opening rounds, same way he did Furman. I actually believe that Keith Thurman has got a better jaw than Terrence Crawford. Keith Thurman's taken some shots that I know if Crawford took them shots, he'd be on his back. I know that. He might get back up, but he'll be dropped. So Pacquiao can potentially drop you in round 1, round 2, round 3. When we start going past round 5, it's a different fight. Naturally, because you are the younger man, he's at least 8, 9, 10 years your senior. So, of course, as you get later on in the fight, you're going to have the upper hand. Coupled with the fact that you're technically very good, that's going to cause Pacquiao serious problems on the second half of the fight. But on the first half of the fight, Pacquiao will be explosive. And I don't believe you will work Pacquiao out until Terrence Crawford is pretty good. I give him credit. He can work out fighters pretty quick. It'll take you at least 3 rounds to work out Pacquiao. That's if you don't get dropped in those 3 rounds. If you do, add an extra round for every time he drops you. And I believe Pacquiao can potentially drop you twice within the first 3 rounds. That's what I believe. I don't think he'll knock you out per se, although I don't completely rule that out. But I can't remember the last time Pacquiao knocked out anyone. First 3 rounds, I'm expecting Crawford to get dropped. I'm expecting Pacquiao to start pulling away on points. Past round 5, it's a Crawford fight. Simply because of age, number 1 factor, and then coupled with the fact that Crawford is technically very sound. Right? But then I put the question back to Crawford. Do you have a better career than Adrian Broner? He lost all the main fights he was supposed to have. Or should I say he lost all the big fights he had. But at least he had them. You haven't had your Marcos Maidana defining type fight. You haven't had the fight with Sean Porter. Broner did. You haven't. He fought the Mikey Garcias. Someone of a lower weight class, but someone that was still in his prime. Not like you, fighting someone in a lower weight class in Gamboa who's way short. Now you're saying you're not interested in the Errol Spence fight. Crawford, shh. Because guys like you start to get on my nerves. Guys like Terrence Crawford, they get on my nerves. And that's one big reason why I don't cover Terrence Crawford much. Because he just gets on my nerves. Get in the ring with someone seriously credible. Yeah? Not what is it? Jose de Benavides or the Benavides guy you fought. Not guys like that. Get in the ring with top-level welterweights. You got Keith Thurman. You could make that fight. You got Porter. You got guys like Spence. You got guys like Danny Garcia. Get in the ring with guys like that. You got Ugas. Get in the ring with guys like that. Talking about, he wants to move upper weight division. Who are you fooling? You're not fooling me. You mean to tell me he wants to go and fight guys in the weight class of a Jamel Charlo, in the weight class of a Jarrett Hurd, in the weight class of those type of guys, big guys. You ain't even dealt with the welterweights, the elite level welterweights. We're talking about big guys. What big guys? You're not a big guy. You got decent height, but you're not a big guy. Eh? What, blowing yourself up? You think that's what it is? Establish yourself. How about that? I get tired of Terrence Crawford, guys. I get tired of the guy. Yes, he's exceptionally skilled, but yet for me, he hasn't proven himself. And how long you been fighting? It's your dumb decision that you went to top rank in the first place. Listen, Crawford, the best thing you need to do now is think about who you're going to sign with when you come out of this whole top rank situation, right? Because your next move is your final move as far as I'm concerned. If you make the wrong move, and I'm going to tell you right now what the wrong move is. Listen up. Your next move. If you go with Al Heyman, that is the wrong move. Straight. Guys, you can say what you want. I'm telling you right now, Al Heyman is not the guy for you. If you go with anyone outside of Eddie Hearn, you've made the wrong move. As far as I'm concerned, you need an individual like an Eddie Hearn. It doesn't have to be limited to him, but you need someone like that having your back as your next business move because you're not savvy mentally. You're on the same path as the Deontay Wilders, people that make the wrong business decisions. You got the skills to make people want to see you, but your moves are so, your business moves are so ridiculous. It makes people scratch their heads, Terrence Bud Crawford. Well, what did you lot think? I was going to give him props, say, yeah, Bud's got the beating of Pacquiao, but he's going to do that. No. I'm not rating anything, Terrence, nothing, until he gets in the ring with a solid welter weight. Controversial ENC in the building, I'm out, guys. I had to give it to him. He's annoying me. I'm out.